What's going on, everybody? I'm Animusj and welcome to another Redstone tutorial. This one is going to be on how to build a super fast sugarcane farm. Now this is in Bedrock edition, so this will work on Xbox, it should work on Nintendo Switch, on Windows 10 edition, on any Pocket edition. Not too sure about PlayStation. I mean, it'll work as a farm, I just don't know if it'll work the same way because PlayStation's a little bit different. But if I turn this on, you can see the sugarcane just starts popping up. There it goes right there. And it's growing a lot faster than it's supposed to. Now, this is kind of zero tick, but kind of not zero tick. And let me explain what that means, okay? In Java edition, there's zero tick, so that if I put this down and then I put this purple block right here in front of it, you see how that pushes out, pulls back in? Okay, now that's not actually zero tick. Zero tick, if I could break it, zero tick would be the piston extends, pushes the block out, but it retracts so fast it doesn't actually pull the block in and it leaves it out there. And that's one of the things that creates such a strong update for sugarcane farms and cactus farms and all that kind of stuff in the Java edition. But Bedrock does not have that, but there is this small kind of a little bit slower but still super efficient workaround. It does require quite a few pistons just because of the nature of how it works, but what we're going to do is we're going to build up another one for the tutorial, and then we will run this one side by side with another one that does not have all of the updating stuff that I've put in here, the extra pistons, and we'll see how they compare. But if you look at this thing, you can see the sugarcane, it's just constantly pouring in, and that's at a rate that sugarcane definitely should not be going. So let's get into how to build it. Okay, so as far as building this thing goes, it is tileable, meaning you can build it as big as you want. You can build it as large as you want. So I'm not going to go over exactly how much materials exactly, but we'll say per sugarcane, all right? So basically, like for this one piece of sugarcane right here, you are going to need one water bucket, 2 pistons, you're going to need 1 piece of glass, you're going to need a few, it doesn't have to be iron, obviously, just decorative blocks. You'll need 1 redstone repeater overall. Well, if you build it the size that I've built it, you'll only need 1 repeater. If you're going to build it bigger, then you're going to need more repeaters. You're going to need a bit of redstone. You will need a lever. You're going to need 2 observers. You're going to need 2 redstone torches, a handful of sugarcane, and then I've also just remembered you are going to need, not that, but a staircase. This is a staircase underneath here. Okay, so you're gonna need a staircase as well for each bit of sugar. Oh, and don't forget, you're also gonna need a hopper and a chest in order to collect it up. So yeah, here we go. Now, once you've selected your location, I'm just gonna go ahead and build this one right across from where I built this other one. And let's see, how many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did I start this in the same spot? Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I want it to be even, that way we can do a nice comparison of how one does against the other. All right, so go ahead and place down 5 dirt blocks, 5 sand blocks. It doesn't matter, as long as sugarcane will grow on top of it, that's just fine. Now what we're going to do is we are going to wrap around, oops, nope. Let's go ahead and wrap around with decorative blocks here a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna come 1 behind your sugarcane and we're going to dig 1 down, and then you're going to place pistons, just regular pistons, facing straight up all along any spot that you are going to have sugarcane. Now behind that, go ahead and dig out each one of those blocks, and these are going to be redstone blocks. So actually I'm just gonna grab some red wool really quick in order to mark these blocks as being redstone. It's a good practice to do. And then I'm going to take my redstone dust and I'm going to go ahead and put a spot of redstone along each one of those pistons. Next thing I'm going to do is just place a temporary block right there, and then I'm going to take my stairs, and I want to have upside down stairs facing towards the pistons, and it's very important that they face in that direction and that they be upside down because we're going to waterlog those. So I'm going to go ahead and cover up this redstone, and then I'm going to build another layer up right above that. I'm going to put a block here, and oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and finish out our stairs all the way across. There we go. Now I'm going to build up the wall all the way around the stairs, and that's going to prevent the water from leaking out. Because the stairs are closed on this side, we can go ahead and take our water bucket, and you can sneak place the water bucket on each of those stairs. And what that's done, you can't tell right now, but it's actually waterlogged each one of those staircases, okay? So now you should be able to plant your sugarcane on each one of those blocks. Make sure that you can do that. If you can't, then you've messed something up. Next thing you're going to do is take pistons, and you're going to place it on top of the stairs, just like so. Now, on whichever side you want your redstone controls to be, go ahead and break out the back block. Break out one more block so that you can see the exposed redstone. And we're going to put a block of wool right there, and I'm going to break out one behind that. Now, the one behind that is going to get a repeater going into it. And then I'm going to put a torch on top of that, wool on top of that. And then what we're going to do is, actually, you know what? I said that we needed 2 torches, but in reality, that's not actually true. We can go ahead and get away with just doing redstone across the top, just like that. Now we're just about ready. The last thing that we need to do is go ahead and put in our timing sequence, and that's just going to be 1 or 2 spots of redstone. 2 is probably better. Take your lever and go ahead and place your lever next to one of the spots, and what that will do is that will turn your machine on and off. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take your observers, and you're going to have one facing in that direction and one facing in that direction, so they should be looking at each other and creating this constant clock. Now you can see that our top pistons are pulsing, and if I break out very carefully, we can see that the bottom ones are also pulsing. Let me go ahead and get a block back into there so that we're not flooding the place, and that should be it. Our sugarcane should start popping up just like it did over here. And so what I'd like to do now is I'm actually going to turn this one off by breaking, let's see, what can I do? Let's go ahead and break, well, that did it. All right, I've disabled the bottom set of pistons, and so I'm going to turn this back on, and then what I'm going to do, if this pig will allow me to, is I'm going to go ahead and dig a trench right here, which is something that you should do as well. Place water just like that, and then we're going to take our glass, and you want to encase it all the way up and over the top of your farm. And what that's going to do is that's going to prevent, you don't want it that close, you want to give it a two block gap. But what that's going to do is that's going to make it so that your sugarcane does not bounce out of reach from where you can collect it in your water farm. So now, or your water collection system, excuse me. So go ahead and take the hopper that you definitely did get because I told you to, and place it down like so, and then we're just going to put a chest at the end. And I mean, you can already see we've got sugarcane coming off like crazy on this one over here, and we've yet to get anything actually on this one right here. And there's no difference. I mean, the way that the pistons are facing, I suppose, is different, but that's it. There's nothing else. I mean, everything else is completely identical. It's just that this one is growing, and let me break that, at the normal Minecraft rate, whereas this one is growing at an accelerated rate because we have all this pistons going on down here and causing the updates to happen. Okay, so I did add my torch back in because the behavior was not being exactly what I wanted it to be, and I think it's because the pistons need to be alternating. And so I went ahead and did that. I still have the bottom ones disabled, and you can see that this side, it's just not growing. Now, if I put the redstone back into the bottom pistons, watch what happens right away. Instantaneously, you can see the sugarcane starts growing back up again. So there you have it, guys. I really hope that this helps you out. I know that sugarcane is kind of something you need a whole lot of. Not necessarily sugarcane itself, but water. And this machine can run, you know, just around the clock if you want it to, or you can flick that lever, turn it off, and you know, get rid of the annoying sounds. But if you enjoyed this, then please do hit that like button and go ahead and hit that notification bell as well, so you can be notified of when new tutorials and videos, tips and tricks, seed showcases, all those things come out. And if you have any trouble at any point building this machine, this farm, go ahead and drop down into our Discord. There's a description down in the description below. There is a link to the Discord where we'll do the best that we can in order to help you get this thing going. So that's it for today, guys. I'm Animusj. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.